Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros MLB. This is Leading Off Live, brought to you by bet365. Bet $5, get 150 in bonus bets when you use that promo code Leading Off. It is me, Joey P, Joe P Zapia. That, of course, is the Welsh, and it's you, the Peanuts and the Cracker Jacks. A fun day of baseball was had by all today. We've got some day games going on, lots of fun action breaking down. We taught Welsh what a cannoli was yesterday, which, again, in case you missed it, go back and watch. I did walk off the show for a brief moment. But did you have any desserts yesterday? Did you head out to the Arizona Olive Garden and find yourself a bottomless cannolis? I don't know what the hell they do over there. You know, like breadsticks and bottomless cannolis or something.
That sounds awful. Breadsticks and bottomless breadsticks and cannolis. That sounds like too much. No, I didn't. It was a very busy day. We didn't have any of that, but we do have a special surprise because things always happen here on Leading Off. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no.
Over here.
Oh, hey. It's Cousin Donnie. Cousin Donnie with the cannolis. I can only assume what's in the box, in the words of Brad Pitt.
What's in the box?
Look
We've
at this.
got my daddy's. This is my daddy's Italian bakery.
Oh,
now, I got a little plethora of assorted.
Oh, look
goodies.
at that. There's the tricolor cookies. I see.
Well, he said he didn't have them either last week, and I was mad. And then he said he didn't have the cannolis, and I couldn't have that face looking at this face, knowing no cannolis. So,
this is
without further ado,
oh my God, live cannolis on the show.
So we're gonna do a live cannoli testing. One bite, everyone knows the rule.
It's gonna be everywhere.
Yeah, all right, let's go.
All right, here you go. Oh, there's sprinkles on this. Everyone want to take a look. Joe, really quickly, rate the visual of this before I dig in.
Visual looks pretty good. It seems like the chocolate chips are throughout. Is that chocolate chips I'm seeing or sprinkles?
No, these are sprinkles.
They didn't have the chocolate chips. I'm sorry.
All right, well, that's already a negative. So already it can't score higher than an 8.
But but this is already a great surprise, a true Italian. Donnie, here we go.
He's a true Italian, that's for sure. There we go. One bite cannoli for Welsh. What does he think?
This is a 10.
This is amazing. You don't know what a 10 is.
It's not a 10.
You come to Brooklyn.
It's not a 10?
It's not a 10.
It's amazing. But it says My Italian Bakery. This feels authentic.
It's one of the better ones you can get out here.
There you go. Cousin Donnie, everybody, host of Shooting Straight with Donnie C, and of course, my relative. Now, Donnie, it is hard to find good Italian stuff out in Arizona. I know you've lived out there for quite some time. So how would you rate this bakery on that scale?
This bakery is about a 7-ish, 6 or 7. For out here, it's great. But for what we're used to and what we know, it's definitely slack.
You want to try one?
No. I brought enough for the whole family.
Oh, look at that.
Cannoli cookies, the whole 9.
Because when you're here on Leading Off, your
family.
Cousin Donnie, everybody. What a fantastic. You're so lucky to be neighbors with my cousin, let me tell you.
My cousin Donnie. Yeah, I got the official delivery. Donnie's the best. No better way to get a cannoli from a true Italian in the Italian bakery, and it's pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty damn good. And now you gotta come to my house so I can fill you with all the Italian meats. Oh,
I thought about doing that too, but I didn't think it'd be appropriate.
Well,
that's more my show.
That's more of an issue for your carry-on.
Right there.
Come over to
check it out.
So.
All right. Thank you guys.
That's Donnie, everybody.
Thanks, brother.
Love you. I'll talk to you later after the show. Look at that. I knew something was up. That's all I knew. I always knew something was up. So I think Cousin Donnie has probably a key to your house now. Is that what's going on?
I mean, pretty much. Did you see this box, by the way? Look at are these all Italian things
in there? Look, the Napoleon's my favorite. I don't see a Napoleon in there, but I do see the little pinoli cookies. Those are good.
Is that what this is?
That's what that is. That's a pinoli cookie. But you can eat that while I'm doing the headlines. Let's start with the headlines. Let's get some baseball in here. That's fantastic. I'm so happy right now. Jared Jones struck out 7 guys in 5 innings yesterday. Unbelievable start. My buddy Kurt, who's a huge Pirates fan, is so excited that the Pirates are relevant again. And he's like, I don't understand. It was the 5th inning, and he had 59 pitches, and he's dominating, and they took him out. WTF, Welsh. Well, it's 59 pitches. Like, I get it. We're trying to save this kid, but for what? A rainy day? It's April. You're the Pirates. You're good. Let him go, I don't know, 7 innings and 75 pitches? It's not like he was at 100 pitches in the 5th inning.
Hey, Jared Jones is the cannoli of pitchers right now. A+, he's a 10. But you got to take care of these cannolis. Look at what is one thing you know about a cannoli? They get messy and they can break apart. It's not really breaking, but they can break apart. And that's what happens with these pitchers is they can break apart. Jared Jones said after the game, I think he was even a little bit annoyed by it. He said, I was going 5 innings no matter what. He could have had 35 pitches. He was going 5 innings. That also brings in an interesting question. He is an extreme max type of guy. Like his fastball has been insane. It's rated near the tippy top of stuff. Plus, overall, he's got we mentioned this before last outing, he's got the second best stuff plus in baseball. But maybe it's not just about the actual executed pitches in a game, where it is the length and how long you're straining on your arm. Like maybe teams are experimenting with other thoughts. Plus, he's a rookie. It's stupid. It's annoying because like any of us that had him, he had 7 strikeouts through 5. Looks like he could have had a complete game. But this might be the world where we're like really, really, really babying these guys a little bit more. And we're just going to have
it's working so well because all the babying works so well for Yuri Perez and all the babying is working so well for everybody. And that's the thing that drives me crazy. It's like, I know it's a dead metaphor. I'm going to use it anyway. You keep training everybody for a sprint and you expect them to run a marathon. That's what the Major League Baseball season is. It's a marathon even for pitchers. And when you go back and look at the Leo Mazzoni Brave pitchers, I know they're all extremely talented, but they had certain throwing programs. Why people aren't copying this to this day, I don't know. Those guys threw a crap ton of innings every single year. It wasn't until they got into their late 30s that they all broke down. And even so, when they rebuilt them, they came back and pitched into their 40s. So, I mean, it's dumb.
Sure.
I said it.
It's dumb. Sure, we could just to go back real quick on Jared Jones. Like this is one of the most
cannolis for a second there.
I know I had to get a little drink to get that out. One of the most absurd things hasn't just been his strikeout rate, 36.4%, but like it's a 2.3% walk rate, which is so crazy right now. He's getting away with some stuff. I mean, pretty high barreling against him. Like you get some hard to hit stuff. He's got a 110 max EV, but he is so good, so deceptive. The league hasn't caught up. As pissy as I could see us getting about him, let's have him for the year. And he even, I think, said as much. Like, would you rather have me the whole? Like, let's have him the whole year. At least he's going 5, but we could maybe let's have 75 pitches or something like that. But I might regret that trade video stuff.
We've seen these guys talk about it. Like there's outings where everything is going good and you feel great and you go, and there's outings where you labor and 75 pitches feels like 175. And this clearly was not one of those outings for him. If you watched it, it wasn't like that. I want to take a question here because Alex was in here in the chat, like the second person in the chat before the show even started. So I want to get Alex's question. Max Fried today against Houston. You want to bench him? I think it's okay to do that if you're concerned. Like, I don't have a problem with this, Welsh. Do you?
Yeah, I'm not sure I have like a problem with it. I actually think it's a semi-decent matchup from a win perspective. JP, when we get to the bets, I'm going to be kind of going against him. JP France has not been great, but Max Fried has really not been great so far this year. I've never been a big Max Fried guy, but his Ks are way down. His walks are up. But he does have quite of a better expected batting average against. I actually think this is one I could semi get down with. But if you're worried about ratios or whatever, sure, you could. It just hasn't been good enough to get out there.
I love that we're becoming a show that has like other characters now, ancillary people. Yeah, we have the Wonky Penguin, we have Mike Mayer, we have Cousin Donnie. It's like
I just keep staring at this thing too.
It's pretty good. Yeah, but see, now imagine chocolate chips all throughout it.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's what's missing.
It sounds pretty amazing. Like chocolate chips do sound pretty amazing on these. I don't know where these have been my whole life. Like holy cannoli.
Holy cannoli, baby. All right, Ketel Marte, holy cannoli, 4 for 6 and a homer in the 9th. Nice day for your D-backs. Mookie Betts. I mean, this guy can't be stopped. More on Mookie Betts. We get to the betting today. He was 5 for 5 with 2 doubles, 2 ribbies. Yeah. Win over the Nats today. I like the over in that game. We'll get to that later, like I said. But again, Mookie Betts' pace is incredible right now. Ranger Suarez, complete game shutout for him. Struck out 8, 5-0 win there. Yes, it was the Rockies, but it just continues to show you when you have these pitchers, whatever the K-prop is, you're looking for the over right now when it comes to these guys. And if you have streaming pitchers or you're looking to stream somebody and they've got the Rockies, you got nothing to lose here, Welsh. I mean, at this point, the Rockies are just the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, it is going to stabilize at some point, but I don't know if the strikeouts are ever going to really stabilize. Ranger Suarez has just been good this season, and this was a uniquely great matchup. He threw 112 pitches. It's wild. He had 61 swings on those pitches. 30% of those were for whiffs. He had 7 whiffs on the curveball, 5 on the changeup, and clearly, this Rockies team cannot manage big breaking pitches. So pitchers that utilize like really good curveballs. I mean, my God, you get me Nick Lodolo versus this Rockies and he's striking out 10. You give me big sweepy sweepers, big biting sliders. These guys are going to eat. So yeah, I think the play here is, from a betting perspective, is like getting your pitchers for the strikeout prop against the Rockies is a decent play. But also just from a streaming perspective, if it's not in Colorado, their offense stinks. They strike out a whole bunch. You can play against them. And Ranger Suarez had a complete game shutout. Ranger Suarez has definitely gone from this kind of like fringy SP out there to an absolute must start like every single outing. And I think is moving up the rank. So we actually just did a rank update. A few of us, Mike Mayer was heading it, Wonky, myself. If you're looking for rest of season ranks, we're going to be doing those every single week here on Fantasy Pros, which is really fun. And, two guys, we just kind of blew past them. Ketel Marte moving up in my rest of season ranks, and Ranger Suarez is definitely making a big move.
Yeah, look, I like the Phillies to win that division. I've got money in that. So we'll see how that goes. Hunter Brown, 2 runs, 6 innings. So there you go. Like, it was looking so good. All the numbers are there. That's been the way it's been the last 2 weeks. Like, I just can't catch a break. Hunter Brown.
Yeah, but like
on the planet, all of a sudden was unhittable for a few innings.
You were ready, but you were ready to be like, he's got to go play in Mexico. Like, you were done. You were like, you were out on Hunter Brown. He looked pretty dang good. And that homer, oh my God, dude, if you guys watch it, I was watching it. Because I had the Braves money line. The Braves, Orlando Arcia hits a homer that was like a little bit questionable on the top, and the Houston Astros commentary team, they were losing their mind about this homer. No, it's not. It's not. It was a homer. Like, they called it a homer. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Announcers that are, no pun intended, homers.
It was crazy. It was wild.
I never realized this, because when you grow up in the New York area, that typically doesn't happen. They're very like by the board, and a lot of the guys who do the New York stuff do a lot of, like Ron Darling, you'll hear on other things, and like you'll hear them do national broadcasts. So they just kind of call it down the middle for the most part. They really don't. I remember first time I was in Chicago and I heard a Chicago announcer. I was like, well, this is a great win for us. I was like, us? I've never heard an announcer say us ever. Or whatever.
What are you talking about?
This is we and the us stuff. It was very jarring. But good on Hunter Brown. Bad on my bankroll. Boo. Blue Jays beat up on the Yankees. You say Kikuchi. How about 9 Ks for him over 6 innings? And Jordan Romano returns from the darkness to get a save. So Blue Jays moving in a good direction, but Kevin Gausman's on the mound today. Well, things have not been good for Kevin Gausman. I am still worried about his health. Now, last start, his velocity was good. The results were bad. So, do you start him today against the Yankees?
I don't know, man, how you're starting to get into this range where it's like you make these investments on these guys. He's been like this elite pitcher, but boy, do I hate this matchup. I really do. I mean, the top BVP guy, the player with the most homers versus a pitcher going today, is Aaron Judge versus Gausman. I didn't even see this. He has an 11.5 ERA, and we're like, okay, yeah, that stinks. He has a 10 expected ERA. It still sucks. Yeah. He's not walking guys, but he's not striking out guys. You've mentioned the stuff has just been kind of down overall, and the whips have been down across the board. I don't know, man. If I was being really, really picky, I might not do this, but it's still so early in the year. Take Hunter Brown. You're ready. You call off Hunter Brown. He's completely done. Kevin Gausman is an elite pitcher who, like Zach Gallen, may have taken a couple starts to get going. I think this is the time where Gausman can start to get going. It's just a horrifically bad matchup against like Judge and Soto. My gut says I'm going to do it. But when he gives up 5 earned runs or 6 earned runs through 2 innings, I'll go back and I'll be like, see, I was waffly. I said to not start him the whole time, but I would.
Yeah, good. Now you're just talking about waffles. All right, one more here before we get through the headlines. Logan Gilbert, 1 run, 6 2/3. Well, I got to ask you, every time Logan Gilbert has a quality start, do you die a little bit inside?
Yeah, he looks so. This is the wildest thing. I don't know if you guys watch it. I was watching it because Joe and I both were on the 7.5 under strikeouts. He struck out the side in the first inning. I almost tweeted he's striking out 20 in this game because the Reds just stood there and watched him throw strikes. Was interesting though, and it's kind of the thing I pick on. For some reason, he was just throwing a ton of fastballs right on the corner. He's just a magician as far as command goes. That is what is so uniquely awesome about him. And these guys were looking for secondaries. They weren't expecting fastballs. Then I think he struck out another 2 in the second inning. But as the game went on, he got less consistent. He struck out 3 in the first inning. He finished the game going like 7 innings, only striking out 6. So our bet hit. But the secondary stuff really fell apart. Completely lost the curveball. Slider was gone later in the game. But he's just so much better than what I had expected. So it absolutely just tears little pieces of my heart, just like a flower petal coming off every time he's so good. And Castillo and Kirby have not been as awesome. But I don't know. The late game thing is, I think, something to consider to watch for Logan Gilbert moving forward, because he really got inconsistent later into the game. But, you command on those corners, you can get away with a lot of stuff.
All right, let's do some fun things here. Aaron Savali, 3 earned runs, 5 hits over 6 innings, struck out 8 guys. Savali's been one of those guys that we talked about. Tampa Bay, when they get their claws on somebody, they tend to get the best out of them. These league average pitchers, they see something in them. I don't know what it is, but it's magical. He's got a 2.74 ERA and a 0.91 WHIP. He's been just fantastic. Unfortunately, JD Martinez hasn't been at all, and it's unlikely he's going to be up for the West Coast road trip. So who knows when we're seeing him, but we are going to see Justin Verlander on Friday, maybe Saturday against the Nationals, one of those games. So would you throw Verlander right back to the Wolves on Friday or Saturday against the Nats? I would.
Yeah, I would, but it doesn't feel as like, it's the Rocky. Like the Nationals, like CJ Abrams has been pretty good. This is actually one of the higher walk Sans strikeout team. So like, I don't know if Verlander is going to have this incredible big outing. Their offense has been better. I don't think it's going to be a high strikeout game, but I think it could be an easy like win ratio type of game. Maybe goes 5, pitches 80 something, probably strikes out maybe 4. I'll be very curious at what version of him, but if you're going to do it, like this is where you do it. Anything like bottom 15 or 20, you just don't want to start him against probably like teams like the Diamondbacks and the Braves, like even the Royals at this point, teams that are putting up like massive amounts of runs. But yeah, I would put him out there.
Yeah, I would. I mean, look, you've been waiting for Verlander. Pitching's rough right now. You go out there, maybe it's a 5-inning outing, but then again, that's what you're getting from just about everybody. So what's the difference? Dylan agrees with you. A cannoli waffle sounds like a good move. There's actually a cool little Italian breakfast / lunch brunch place by me that does the different French toast. They do the cannoli French toast. They do the tiramisu French toast is very good. And to Angelo's point, a waffle, Italian waffles, a pizzelle. Now, do you know what a pizzelle is?
I have no idea what a pizzelle is.
We're going to educate you on the Italian foods here. Go Google pizzelle, and you might be able to find those in the grocery store. Maybe not in Arizona. I don't know, but we'll see.
I thought it was a pizza thing. When I saw that, I was like, oh, is that like what's the pizza thing?
Dessert. It's like a little tiny thin waffle almost.
It might be in here. There's so much stuff in here.
No. It's like this big. They're big.
My daddy's Italian bakery and cafe.
They're not a sponsor of this show. You can't show that.
Oh, sorry.
All right, let's get to the rookie Lookie. And by the way, speaking of rookies, tomorrow Welsh is going to be prospecting everybody. Everybody loves when Welsh is out there prospecting. There he is. Oh, I wish your face was on there with the beard. That's what I would.
We probably just need like a Photoshopper. I probably have to do like I have one of the worst profiles on the planet. What
I do like about that's an amazing picture of you. And the best part is your face, because it looks like he's putting the pickaxe through your head.
Oh, he does. Yeah. He's like,
which I just realized.
Would you like Nick Prado? Yeah, exactly.
All right. Christian Scott struck out 7 more guys over 5 1/3 for AAA Syracuse. Look, Buteau's up. I know Senga's working his way back, but there's nothing stopping the Mets from making good decisions when it comes to the young pitchers. If guys are knocking at the door, at some point they're going to be up there. So if you're in a deeper league, we talked about Christian Scott, I think on the waiver wire last week.
Yeah, so, he's in my article. I've got the prospects to stash article. It's coming out tomorrow. We'll do kind of like a little version of it on the show tomorrow. So I won't probably talk about Christian Scott. He's in that, but 50% K- walk percentage. His swinging strike rate is up. He's a big, heavy fastball slider guy with the splitter. I mean, like this is good stuff. This is good stuff that can play. And and I actually make this interesting distinction in there because there's value of talent versus proximity. So like, I think Tiedemann long-term is going to be in a much higher talent. Like I think he's going to be long-term. He can be into, like a number 2 or 3. I'm not 100% sure on that with Scott, but I have them very close because Scott's proximity. So if you were valuing proximity first, he should be probably one of the top 5 or 6 prospects you're overall paying attention to, and the number 1 starting pitcher now that Jack Leiter's coming up tomorrow. But talent versus is something I'll kind of try to have a distinction of in these prospect conversations. But I would pick up Christian Scott, whether it is a spot start or taking over regularly in the near future. It's in his world. The only reason your Budo guy though might be a little bit of a stopgap before they start pushing him.
He might, but look, I don't think it's a either or scenario. I think it's more of a looking at the rest of this rotation. Like Quintana's going to be there. They're paying him.
Yeah. Severino,
Adrian Hauser is that a long-term solution? I mean,
yeah,
I know what Adrian Hauser is. Like, come on, like there's definitely space to make for the kids. Astros made some space. Spencer Arrighetti sent to AAA for Forrest Whitley coming back. I feel like Forrest Whitley's been a prospect since the 90s.
Dude, that's so funny you say that. I got an anecdotal thing for you. So I shared on my Twitter because 2018 was his first stint in the AFL. Forrest Whitley, he was there twice. And that was where he was amazing. Look, he was like the top pitching prospect in baseball. I shared video of that. If you want to see it, that it was a great year, blah, blah, blah. Go to the AFL 2018. I was texting with someone. I had this realization. Jackson Holiday, when Forrest Whitley was starring in the AFL, was 14 years old, and he beat Forrest Whitley to the majors. 14-year-old Jackson Holiday, while he was in the AFL, beat him to the majors.
Wait, hold on a second. I think we have a picture of Jackson Holiday at that game. Oh, there it is. Oh, boy, I want to be like Forrest Whitley someday. Oh, boy, that'd be so much fun.
I watched him before when I was a tween.
I was a tween. I was listening to K-pop stuff, and I was really excited back then about baseball. Now I get to be a baseball player. Oh, boy.
Where's that guy that, remember, like 2 seconds into doing this, or like, that's going to get old late. He must be gone. He must hate it. He's
fine by me. Guess what? Jackson Holiday's still here. Baby Jackson Holiday's not going anywhere, folks. Look how much better the AI is this year compared to last year's show. I can't wait for the next AI project that's going to come our way.
Oh, I got a few in the works.
I'm sure there's going to be one. All right, let's do a little 3 up and 3 down. My goodness, we're making some progress here today. Ian Happ, grand slam. Great game for him, 3 for 5. Reynaldo Lopez, how about him? Struck out 7 guys. Talk about saving the bacon of the rotation for the Braves. How good has Reynaldo Lopez been? Well,
he's been really, it's so weird too. Like, he doesn't qualify at SP anywhere. He's just like a relief pitcher designation. He'll have that pretty soon. Absolutely. I did not hit the 4K prop yesterday because Chris Paddock gave up 8 earned runs, went like 7 innings and could only strike out 2. Everybody else hit, but Reynaldo was the one that has been dominant. At this point, from a betting perspective, if you've got a team that's in like the even bottom half of strikeouts in the league and it's 4.5, it's got to be just an automatic hit for Reynaldo Lopez. And he's pushing himself into a territory where it's not so much streaming or matchup based. You might just put him out there every single day because he does look great. He's efficient. His slider's getting work done. His fastball pops, and the Ks keep coming. So, yeah, I'm kind of down with Reynaldo. I don't know if I'm going to like go nuts about his rank as far as an SP, but yeah, he's becoming a lot more trustworthy.
All right, let's go on with some more of the ups. We got one more up to do here. We have Dylan Cease, who's been, again, tremendous pickup there for the San Diego Padres. 6 innings for him, picked up the W. Another strong outing for him. Of course, the downs. Chris Paddock, I can feel it in my bones. Just when I thought it was safe. 9 runs, 12 hits, and 5 1/3. Yeesh. Yep. Adalberto Alzolay. I can't talk today. Alzolay. Blew a save. Doesn't matter. He blew a save. Kyle Hendricks also was lit up for 7 runs and 4 1/3. Question: Thomas Pannone has been really good at AAA for the Cubbies. Any chance we see him sooner than later as a call-up? Because like some of these other, I mean, I know we're waiting for Justin Steele to return, so that's going to create a little bit of a logjam there. But any hope that Pannone at some point makes his appearance?
That wouldn't be my bet. My good friend Justin Steele should be coming back very soon. Ben Brown has kind of solidified himself to continue getting opportunities. To your point, from a spot start perspective, maybe your guy, Cade Horton, I think is going to be the long-term option. I think if they were looking for a long-term fill, even though Horton has been down, like that's the guy that you're going to end up going to. But no, I think like they're getting a little bit healthy. I don't think they're going to experiment too much. And I think what you're alluding to, it's not going to be at the expense of Kyle Hendricks. I don't think Kyle Hendricks is going anywhere anytime soon, no matter how rough it is for quite some time. They are going to be committed. He's kind of a legacy play for them. I think it would take a month or 2 of just bad outings for them to let him go.
You're not going to believe what I just found here on the computer here, but I found last year's favorite AI.
Oh.
The terrifying lasagna making of the Mets rookie.
Where's Francisco Alvarez's eye?
I don't know.
It fell
It's
in
so
there.
creepy. But look how much better it is year over year. The droids are coming for us, Welsh. It's happening sooner than later. Let's get to the injuries here. Unfortunately, the Braves had to put Ozzy Albies on the 10-day IL with a fractured toe. So speedy recovery for him. But did you notice that they moved Michael Harris up to the 2 spot? So for those of you who have Michael Harris, that's a good little, temporary bump, I think.
But there's no middle infield real good replacement. Luis Guillermo is who they've ended up bringing up. So I don't. It's just not good. Like they have no really good. They had Von Grissom at one point, and then they moved him. But there's really no good like second base replacement. And I mean, just around the league, like you're going to have to find replacements for losing Ozzy on another team. A guy like Blaze, if you're looking for middle infield, is definitely an option. Davis Schneider, if he's still sitting out there. It doesn't feel like the second base options are as plentiful, and losing Ozzy kills me in a league or two. So
I don't know what's going on, but Mike Mayer's in the chat on the Fantasy Bros account still naming Expos. That was like Monday. Like, what are we doing here? We're still doing this? He's like, Mark Grudzalonic.
The system's broken. What is he watching? An old show? Yeah, Jeff Becerra. What are we doing? At least name cannoli types or something. Get with the program, with the current content.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the rest of the injuries here. Christian Yelich, 10-day IL, retroactive to the 13th with the lower back strain. We talked about this a little bit yesterday. Again, it's not good. Back issues for baseball players historically do not end well. It's really kind of killed Christian Yelich's career after those back-to-back incredible seasons that he had. I mean,
I am very worried about back end. Like it doesn't feel, I was just talking about this. I don't know how these guys are going to be able to like have quick recoveries from back. Like if you roll your ankle or something, you keep off it for 2 weeks, you're golden. But this back injuries, it just takes one wrong twinge as get older. I feel it every single day. So from an athlete doing, like real stuff, they're gonna keep kind of lingering on that. So I am worried about that. Also, I don't know if you had it, because I think this just came down. So apologies if I'm stepping on it, but I see the chat really wants us to mention Yu Darvish has been put on the 15-day IL. And it's just another SP blow, which is absolutely brutal. And had they not gotten rid of a guy like Drew Thorpe, I think Drew Thorpe would have been a decent option to come up, but they traded him to the White Sox. But Yu Darvish on the IL is pretty bad.
Garrett Whitlock was removed yesterday. There was another guy invested in. It was a good number. Unfortunately, he has an oblique tightness now, so he'll be on the shelf, I'm sure. Braxton Garrett is going to undergo further testing. He has a dead arm issue, so that's not good. Seiya Suzuki, we know, is going to miss 4 weeks. We talked about him going on, but the good news is Josh Lowe, he is working on a rehab assignment starting on Thursday, so he is on his way back. So for some reason he's floating around, or somebody who doesn't need him has him on their roster, go make a trade.
You know what? Sorry. I just saw this yesterday. Someone posted the 2016 MLB draft, and Josh Lowe was in the first round. And I was amazed by it's the worst draft you've ever seen of talent making it. So go back and look, 2016 MLB draft, first round. Like Josh Lowe is the best player of that entire crew. That was like Mickey Moniak was the number 1 overall pick. It just had me thinking, when I think about Josh Lowe now, like is not into him as I am. He is hands down the best of that entire crew. So go and look and tell me what you guys think. 2016 first round MLB draft. Blech.
Kyle Bradish threw 3 shutout innings. He had a rehab start yesterday, so fingers crossed for Bradish. Walker Buehler is going to make another rehab start on Thursday. And Garrett Cole throwing off flat ground. So he had a catch. Now he's throwing off the flat ground from 75 feet. Welsh, is this the time to sell on Garrett Cole when everything is the upward trajectory? See, I think it is.
No. You got to wait.
Why it's not.
No, you got to wait a little bit. The perfect time to sell is when he starts with the rehab assignments and he gets up. Like I get your worry. He starts ramping up, little twinge, and then he's gone for the year. But no, I don't think there's enough excitement because we're not on the precipice. You need to be doing, if that's what you want to do, if I don't know why, but if you were to have gotten like a super, super late share and you wanted to get rid of him, you would want to sell that like within a couple weeks of him coming up. But I wouldn't. I would say
I want to sell him before the first rehab start.
You do not want to be any part of Garrett Cole this year.
And I might be wrong, but I think that his peak value potentially, again, we have to look at the downside. There's a lot of downside here. When it's announced of his rehab start, like maybe not today, maybe you're right, maybe I'm being overreactive today. But for me, once that rehab start is announced, next Tuesday or whatever the hell it is, that's when you put him on the block and you see what you can get. Because people go, okay, he's coming back, let's go. I might be able to win my league with Garrett Cole, but look, Garrett Cole could lose you a league. If I gave you
You don't trust that
make
he'll
your
be the
statement. I'm
best
gonna find
pitcher
the
in
guy.
baseball? You don't trust he'll be the best pitcher in baseball, like when he comes back, or a
It's
version
not
of
about
that?
whether he's talented, Welsh. It's about whether he's healthy. That's my problem. It's not
guess.
about talent. It's about, is this a ticking time bomb that's going to ruin the rest of my season? Do I have a chance to get out from that time bomb? I mean, I'm not saying like Logan Gilbert's the guy that you want for him.
I mean,
Not maybe Logan Gilbert, but if somebody gave you Grayson Rodriguez for him, would you take that? I would.
what, right now?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, sure.
Grayson
'Cause I'm not
Rodriguez
getting
for
any
Garrett Cole.
production. Yeah, right now I would. But I don't think anybody is gonna like sell anything top 100 or 150 for a guy that's still 2 months away. That's why he fell like past 150, 200 in redraft leagues. Maybe it's different if like you drafted him really early on and you drafted him in the second round and you've been sitting here holding the bag. But no, I don't know. I think he's kind of a weird one. I think the only play you can ever do is buy on him extremely low, because otherwise when he's close, the idea of if you took him at like 200 and he comes back and you're going to have half of the season of Garrett Cole, I want that. I'm going to take that risk.
People that didn't take him that late. Like I think there's a lot of people that did not do that.
Well, yeah,
I think
sure.
there were a lot of earlier drafts. I understand, but I think there's a lot of earlier drafts or people that just did not get that kind of discount on him potentially.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah,
that's something to
wrong.
really consider. All right, let's move on to the real stuff here. Let's get on to it because it is Wednesday, folks. And Wednesday means a few things, but it also means it's time for the best bets
of the day
with Joey P and the Welsh. Make sure when you're betting, you're using bet365. Bet $5, get 150 in bonus bets when you use the promo code leading off. All right, Welsh, tough luck yesterday. It was on some good things, but Whitlock's injury kind of hurt me there. So we'll get back on it today. Red Sox -1.5 on the run line versus the Guardians. I like this one with Houck on the mound. You're getting plus money, plus 146. Houck has been terrific.
Yeah, he is.
The Guardians are, up and down, I think, a little bit. I think the Red Sox can take advantage of this matchup
They got
here.
Ben Lively on the mound, too. So
that's the other thing. Is Lively means you're going to probably be into that bullpen a little sooner than you want to be. Then I'm looking into this Dodger game with the Nationals, and I'm looking at Mookie Betts, and I'm looking at CJ Abrams. Mookie Betts over 1.5 total bases, plus 104. I can't believe you're getting plus money on this even. He was 5 for 5 yesterday. The guy's been on fire all year. And then CJ Abrams over 1.5 total bases for him as well. You're getting even money on that. So really good opportunity here. I like the over in this game too, with some suspect pitching in this one. So you could see a lot of firepower there. For the parlay of the day, let's keep it simple. Let's take that over in that Dodger game with the Nats. -108 for 9.5. Let's go over on that one. I mean, there's a chance that the Dodgers could do this by themselves today. And then the Phillies on the money line -225 against the Rockies. I'm trolling the Rockies again. You put those two things together, get plus 178. Well, so that's what I got going today. What do you have for Wednesday in Major League Baseball?
Well, my very first one, I'm just going to tell you, it's a benefit to follow me on Betting Pros if you care what I'm betting. Bettingpros.com/Welsh is just an easy, quick find because this is about to happen, and I'm just going to quickly burn through it because this game is just about to start. But this is one of those, if you had seen it, you could have bet it all morning. But Pablo Lopez walks 1.5 under. Lopez currently a 5.8% walk rate. Orioles have the lowest walk percentage in baseball. And Lopez is a weird one. In 2023, only walked more than 2 consecutive batters in back-to-back games 3 times the entire season. So it was more often than not 2 batters, and the next game would be 1-1, stuff like that. That's when you would have had to got in a little bit early. Or if you're watching live, you got like minutes to do it. Second up, we did hit the Nerfy parlay yesterday. If you guys, the 2-1 on that was a nice hit. I was 2-1 on the day. Logan Gilbert also hit. But I'm going back to the Nerfy, and I'm going to an ugly game, but we're going to an ugly offenses. Someone in the chat said, who do you like, Paul Blackburn or Steven Matz today? Well, give me both because I'm going with the Cardinals and the A's no run first inning. That over on Bet365 is -125. Oakland is the 4th worst first inning score offense so far, and St. Louis is the 7th worst as far as first inning scoring. Matz, he's been pretty good, and Oakland is hitting just 200 against lefties this year. Blackburn, he hasn't given up a run all year. It's risky because the pitchers are not elite of elite, but those offenses are less than elite. And then finally, talking about Atlanta, JP France, I'm picking on him with Atlanta's team total runs 2.5 through the first 5 innings. I know it sounds so convoluted, but over the first 5 innings, I am betting that Atlanta scores 3 runs or more. That's -115. JP France has given up 3 or more earned runs in each of his starts. His last one, he gave up 8, and he didn't go 5 innings. And by the way, the Braves are hitting .315 against righties. those are my best bets. And if you want to follow, I'll probably add a few more when this is all said and done. So make sure you're following me on Betting Pros to see what else I add to my card.
And join our group too, bettingpros.com/leading off, because starting on Friday of this week to Friday of next week, we're going to be giving away free swag to whoever has the best record over that time. So if you want a free hat or free t-shirt, something like that, well, all you got to do is make picks. You don't even have to make wagers. Go do that. Download the Betting Pros app today. And of course, join that group too, bettingpros.com/leading off. And that, my friends, of course, is the best bets of the day for Wednesday in Major League Baseball. All right, well, so let's get after it and let's talk about home runs. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to stay with the Dodgers. That's where I'm staying. I'm going to stay in that Dodger game, and I'm going to go with Shohei Ohtani in this one today. So let's go Shohei for the dinger. Welsh, before we get to the wheel, just a reminder, everybody, that after the show today, you can continue the chatter with us over on our Discord, fantasypros.com/chat. Cleaning up will be on right after this. So you run to our Discord. You can hang out there, ask us questions, talk to us about your team, about life, about your favorite Italian pastries, whatever it might be. And we will be there for you. Again, that's only on our Discord, fantasypros.com/chat. And Welsh, that means that it's time to get to the wheel. And here it is. The wheel is here, back again. All right. So who's the names we see? I see O'Neal Cruz. I see Jackson Merrill. Who's the scrub of the day?
Well, we got a couple. We got Blaze Alexander, Jackson Merrill, Shea Langoliers, Kerry Carpenter is kind of our low plays, Aaron Judge, Bryce Harper, Matt Olson, O'Neal Cruz as our high plays. And then we've got the first comment. So if it lands on first comment, after that hits, I will look, and the first comment I see is a person I will take. Yesterday, the wheel didn't want me to have a homer. We picked Mark Canha, not in the lineup. We picked Bobby Witt, rained out. Welsh goes, okay, I'll go to the Discord and I'll go into the home run call room, pick my own. Didn't work. The wheel just had something going today. So this is really try two for the wheel. So let's see what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the wheel is going to pick my home run call so I can get on that home run board, which Joe's got to show after we're all done here because I want to get back on it. Who do you want it to land on for me before I hit it?
I think I speak for everybody when I say Blaze Alexander. But
you guys are rude. All right, here we go.
Here it is. The wheel is spinning, folks. Jackson Merrill. Okay.
I mean, that's Jackson Merrill has like one homer. It's not I got the scrub call of the day, but you know what? I don't want to be scrubby about Jackson Merrill because he's hitting over 300 multiple. I think he's had back-to-back 3-hit game. He has been fantastic and awesome this year, but this is not the best home run call of the day.
Well, we shall see. It is if he hits a home run. Of course, there's the leaderboard. Hasn't changed really day over day. So hopefully today we'll get some movement on that one. And again, we're giving away free stuff here on the channel for all of you who join us every single day, watching the video, subscribe to the channel. Well, if you're a subscriber of Fantasy Pros MLB, you could win this, the Jose Ramirez autographed jersey. That's what we're giving away right now. Again, all you got to do is comment below on one of the videos and subscribe to the channel, and that's it. This could be yours. So win it because it's going to be gone pretty fast here. Welsh, we're going to be gone pretty fast too. We're going to be running over to Discord to jump in there and of course talk to the people because we are men of the people after all. Shout out to cousin Donnie making an appearance, making an Uber Eats
over on there. Oh, you know what? How about this too? How about I'll try on the Discord. I'm going to try the rainbow cookie as well. But I will be eating this when we go over.
I kind of wanted to almost get on the wheel. I wanted to get the first name out of the chat because if it was Mayor, he would have shouted out some random expo like Tim Wallach or something like that, and that would have been a definitive 0. So
Luis Torrero, like Mayor, what are you talking about? Where was Mayor? What is he doing?
I don't know. He's talking about Ryan Mountcastle right now. So that's all I know.
So
go to Discord, fantasypros.com/cleaning up. That's the way to get there. That'll do it for us. And the story of the game goes on. For the Welsh, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.
Wow.